Hey guys, welcome to the ultimate guide for Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This video will contain all the side Easter eggs, how to get the wonder weapon, other cool tips and features, as well as the main Easter egg guide. So if you guys enjoy this or find this useful, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more zombies guides, and let's hop right into this. So first up, as most of you should know, on Liberty Falls to open up Pack-a-Punch, all you have to do is literally just follow the stars and open your way to the church, where inside you can Pack-a-Punch. There's no power or anything else. It's just as simple as that. Also, since we're in the Pack-a-Punch room, a quick tip is you can find these purple Aether crystals all around the room, and every time you break one, it has the potential to drop free salvage or a free equipment piece. And these crystals respawn constantly every round in here, so you can actually accumulate a bunch of salvage by just farming these crystals every chance you get. And of course, salvage you can spend at the arsenal machine to get ammo mods or upgrade the rarity of your weapon. And of course, you can also craft equipment at the equipment workbench and kill streaks. Right when you spawn in on Liberty Falls, if you head down to the motel area, you can find a vending machine in the little walkway. If you crouch down on the left side of it, you can melee it, and a random drop will be spit out of the vending machine. This can range from an actual just snack that drops out of the vending machine but isn't actually useful to you at all, or it could drop out a piece of equipment, it could drop out random weapons, it can drop out points, salvage, a free perk, and even a ray gun. And you can actually hit this vending machine once per round. So especially early on, I'd say it's definitely worth it to keep coming back to this vending machine once per round and getting your free item. If you purchase Melee Macchiato and go over to the machine and punch it, however, it will break the machine and a bunch of loot will drop out. At spawn in the motel, if you head upstairs and over here, a door will bust open and a flood of zombies will pour out. So this is an easy way to get some quick points and a little bit of salvage early on a very low round, especially if a double points drops. If you make your way into the bowling alley, you're going to see this pool table here. If you simply shoot the white ball and make all the balls go into the holes, you'll get a free 100 points. So if you have a double points active, this could be a free 200 points. Disco bowling Easter egg. So all you got to do is shoot 5 different pairs of bowling shoes around the map. The first one is actually going to be in spawn inside of the gas station. Just look in the barrier and you're going to see it on the counter. The second pair is going to be just down the street to the left, and to the left of the electronics store, you're going to find an open barrier, and inside you're going to be able to see the next pair of shoes on a shelf. Now the third pair of shoes is right over here near the church and graveyard area. Simply head up these stairs on the right, look into this window, and you're going to see the pair of shoes there underneath the chair. The fourth pair of shoes is all the way to the westmost point of the cemetery. Outside of this window, you're going to see a pair of shoes hanging from a tree branch. Now your fifth and final pair of shoes is just right across the street from the bowling alley in this funeral home window. Look inside and you're going to see the pair of shoes on a coffin on the left. Once you shoot this fifth and final one, you're going to be teleported into the bowling alley to begin a disco dance party. Now also, you're going to see Mr. Peaks the bunny in front of you, and then he's going to spawn in a bowling ball. Then you're going to be able to pick up the bowling ball once it lands and basically play bowling with zombies. The zombies act as pins, and you're going to have to try to hit as many zombies as possible, and the more you hit, the better reward you're going to get. Now during this bowling Easter egg, if you actually get a score of 300 or higher, you can get the highest potential rewards, which is usually something like a free ray gun. So if you do get kicked out of the bowling Easter egg, you can actually come back if you wait 6 rounds until you see a pair of shoes spawn on this toilet outside of the barrier in the bowling alley. Then you can simply shoot this pair of shoes, and then after you end that round, the next round automatically teleports you back into the bowling Easter egg to give it another shot. You will be able to try this again every 6 rounds. Throughout your time playing Liberty Falls, you're going to notice sometimes on the right side of the screen, it'll pop up saying a SAM trial is available. So you're going to want to look up in the sky for a purple cloud somewhere around the map when this is active. There will also be a specific icon for it on the attack map. And simply head to this location and activate your trial and complete the challenge that it gives you. And the better you do in that challenge, the better reward you can get. And they're usually pretty simple, pretty basic. And this is the best way to basically get free perks from doing trials, because you can get them quite common actually, as long as you're hitting legendary rarity. So to do the blood pool little side Easter egg to get free salvage and lethals, you need to get yourself 3 Simtex grenades, then head over to this pool filled with blood just to the left of the bowling alley. Then wait for a vermin round where it's a spider round and the sky's all green, and just throw all 3 of your Simtex grenades into the pool. After a few seconds, a giant ball is going to hurl out and explode into a bunch of salvage and other lethal grenades. If you make your way to the church right out front towards the roof of it, you're going to see a head staked onto the top of one of the posts. You simply need to hit it with an explosive. So this could be a grenade you can cook and throw up at it, or even like a ray gun or anything of the sort. And then for a good few seconds, it's going to rain down zombie bodies which explode into free salvage points and other random stuff. You can even get a free kill streak from this. How to open up the vault in Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now it's pretty simple. There's 3 post-it notes found around the map. The first one actually is right there in the bank on the counter right there. So you're going to want to pay attention to the number that it shows, and it actually shows the position that it goes in when you type in the code on the vault on the post-it note. So you can see the one in the bank here in my game was a 20, and it's in the first position. The second note can be found in the bowling alley. If you just run in and shoot this bottle off the counter, and you can find it underneath it right there. And then the third and final piece of the code is going to be inside of the comic store if you go into the kind of middle section and look on one of the shelves. Then with these 3 numbers and their positions remembered, go back to the vault and you can now type in this code and confirm it, and the vault will open. You can now go inside the vault and you can use loot keys to open up loot boxes inside of there and get a wide variety of items, such as kill streaks, salvage, and a bunch of other stuff that is really helpful, so you might as well do this little side quest. And how do you get loot keys? Well, you simply kill heavy enemies. So in my game, an abomination spawned on about round 15. I killed him and he dropped a loot key. So you should be able to get these from manglers and abominations, I believe. So you can actually get all the drops on the map for free. So the first one is insta-kill. It's over here by the church. If you go to the cemetery and look over onto the church roof, you're going to see an insta-kill on the roof you can shoot, and it'll give you a free insta-kill. If you head to the rooftop of spawn, exactly where you spawned in, on top of the gas station, and look over outside the map towards the bridge and look at the bottom of the right arch, and you're going to see a little max ammo you can shoot, which will spawn one on you. If you make your way to the groundskeeper's yard, which is kind of near the cemetery on the right side of the map, you're going to see a water tower on the right side outside the map. And right in this area, if you keep shooting, you should be able to hit a double points in that vicinity and get yourself a free double points. It's a lot easier if you have a sniper rifle, but you can do it with any gun if you just kind of spray in the general vicinity like I did. And with this double points, if you want to get the free bonus points and double it, simply run all the way over here to the comic store in the corner and shoot this free bonus points above the AC unit, and it'll turn into 1,000 points if you have double points active. Now the last free drop is just on top of the bank, so go ahead and rappel yourself to the rooftop, and if you look through the windows of the roof, you can see a free nuke drop sitting on top of the chandelier, which if you shoot it, it will give you a free nuke. Well, there actually is a free Deadshot Easter egg on the map, so simply head to the graveyard, and you're going to want to have your friends keep a zombie away from you during this, or simply do this in solo right as soon as you end the round and make sure you're right there ready to go, but you're going to want to get yourself a sniper rifle. In the distance, you're going to see some Deadshot cans sitting on the fence, and what you need to do is hit all of them quickly and accurately, because if you don't hit them all within the time period that's given, they will suddenly all fall off the fence and you will fail. But if you wait about another round, you are able to come back and try it again. Once you've successfully completed it, you will be given a can of Deadshot Daiquiri. So there is actually a free fire trap in the church, which could be helpful if you're holding out in there, or if you're in the final boss fight of the Easter egg. So all you need to do is get Napalm Burst on your weapon. It's an ammo mod, which you can get from the ammo mod machine on the map, and you simply need to shoot these 2 sets of candles on the left and right of the Pack-a-Punch machine until it explodes into a little bit of purple fire, and then a fire trap will appear in the middle of the room and just start burning all the zombies. Now it'll also damage you if you run through it, so just be careful. But once the trap actually finishes and cools down, you can actually repeat it. Today I'm going to be showing you how to activate the music Easter egg song in the brand new Zombies map Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So there's 3 little things we have to activate around the map. The very first one is going to be right here under the park bench. Just hold reload or interact on it right next to the Gobblegum machine on the right side of the map here into the Dark Aether area, and then right over here on the left it's going to be right here in the corner. And now that we have those two, we can exit out this way. So we just cut through the bowling alley here, and then hang a left at Stamina Up, and you're going to find the third and final last music piece right here in the corner. To get a free random weapon, there's a little Easter egg with 3 different cars on the map, and this can give you a free ray gun or even a free jet gun potentially. So you're going to be looking in these black and yellow cars and look in the back seats looking for a bunny. So the first one is just right there outside the church, the next one is in the groundskeeper's yard, and you're just looking for the one with the bunny. Once again, the others don't really matter. And then the last one is just outside of the comic shop, and this is the one in my game that had the bunny in the back seat. So all you need to do is get a mangler cannon and blow up the car with it. I believe other weapons might work, like a ray gun, for example, but the mangler cannon at the least absolutely does work. So you can craft a mangler cannon at the equipment workbench, or you can actually just get a mangler that's spawned in to shoot at you and get him to blow up the car. And then in the trunk, it'll spit out a random weapon. Today I'm going to be showing you how to craft the jet gun on Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6 Zombies, quick and easy. So there's 3 parts you're going to need to acquire in no specific order. For the first part, you're going to have to find a zombie named the Groundskeeper found in the graveyard outside the church. Now, I occasionally checked into this location and eventually just played 1 round there in about round 12, and he spawned in, and if you kill him, he'll drop a key to the tool shed. So then if you just hop right down from the graveyard and hang a left, you'll find the tool shed in the corner, which you can open up and find the first part to the jet gun. For the second part, you're gonna have to head over to Lily's Flowers over on Washington Avenue, and if you walk up to the hose, you can actually pick up a valve off of the nozzle. You can then take this valve into the bowling alley, and you're gonna see a panel on the right wall. You can simply shoot or melee this panel to open it up, and you can place the valve on it. Now for this part, it's pretty much made for co-op because you have to sit there and turn the valve for like 30 seconds straight. And if you leave the bowling alley, it's going to reset that timer. So one person's gonna have to sit there and keep turning it, but I was playing in solo, so what I had to do was basically turn it a little bit, get off of it, kill zombies until they stop spawning for a second, and then go back to turning it again. And keep repeating this and use any distraction devices I had to help out. Really painful in solo, so it's going to be best to do this one early on, and after you fully turn it, another part for the jet gun will pop out of it. For the third and final part for the jet gun, you're going to need to get yourself a mangler cannon. Now I'm not sure if any other explosive devices will work, but I know for sure that the mangler cannon does. You can get this by simply killing a mangler and he'll drop his cannon, or you can craft one in the equipment workbench. But simply head over to this electronics store in the corner of the map, use the mangler cannon to blast it open, and when you walk inside, look around on the ground for a heap of metal on the ground. There's going to be several of them scattered around the room, so just interact with them until one of them spits out the part. Now if you haven't opened the room yet, you simply head upstairs of the motel area in spawn. A door will bust open, a bunch of zombies will pour out, you can kill them all, but inside is where you can craft the jet gun, and with all 3 of these parts, you can now craft the jet gun. But yeah, the jet gun has the left trigger, which will do a blast attack, and then the right trigger, which does a suck attack. It has infinite ammo, but when you run out, it will need to go on cooldown for a minute. And this weapon can be pack-a-punch. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a little side Easter egg on Liberty Falls to become Aether Ella. And this is also how to get the supervillain trophy / achievement. So firstly, you're going to need to get the jet gun. You can get it from random loot, as well as the mystery box, and you can craft it for free. But all you gotta do is suck up 9 Aetherella dolls around the map. So the first one can be found on the top window of the church. Simply hold down the right trigger on the jet gun to suck it up. And basically you're gonna want to keep sucking it until you hear a little noise of it getting sucked into the jet gun. The second one is gonna be just behind you, over down by the bowling alley if you jump up on the bus. And if you look towards the Liberty Lane sign, you'll see another Aetherella doll you can suck up there. Now the third one's gonna be the left side of the map from the previous one, over here near Speed Cola, and you're going to simply want to make your way up to the roof and look to the left across the street, and inside of a window is another doll you can suck up. A fourth doll can be found on the bank rooftop, so find yourself a zip line to get up to the top of the roof and go over to the back side of it where you can purchase this door to a little drop down. So drop down to that little roof, and if you stand to the left a little bit across the way, you're going to see some ventilation, and you're going to see the doll right next to it. Now fifth up, if you head over to the spawn area, area, the motel. On the right side of the motel, there's a sign and you simply can find the doll on it. Now the last 4 dolls are all in the comic shop. So head over to the comic shop. The first one, as soon as you walk in, is going to be on the left. The second one's going to be on the right side next to Quick Revive up on an upper shelf. The next one's going to be on the windowsill on the right side of the room. And then the 10th and final Aetherella doll is just to the left of the Aetherella trap, up on a shelf. And as soon as you've collected the very last doll, you will turn into Aetherella yourself. And to get the trophy, you simply need to kill a zombie while you're in Aetherella. Now this will only last a couple minutes, so be sure to make use of it while you can. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the main Easter egg quest on Liberty Falls in Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's pretty quick and simple, so let's hop right into it. So first up, you're going to want to opened up the map to Pack-a-Punch, and then you're going to want to interact with the big machine inside of the church, and it'll activate some dialogue and officially start the Easter egg. Next up, you're going to need to get a jet gun. You can get it from the mystery box, or you can simply craft it and get one really easy and simple, but once you have the jet gun, you're going to have to collect 3 parts for the main Easter egg. The first one's going to be right in the church. Simply look up to it. It's noticeably glowing a little. Hold your right trigger on the jet gun and to suck it in and collect it. You can press tab or press your scoreboard to check and see if you have it collected. The second part is in the comic shop. Simply look up at the ceiling and you're going to see a hole in the ceiling and you can see the part in there and you can suck it up. The third and final part is going to be on the street area. You're going to want to head up top in this section here and jump down onto the white truck. And then stand on the very corner and look into this window and you should be able to see the piece to suck with your jet gun. Once you have all 3 parts, head back to the church and interact with the device again for some more dialogue. You're going to want to get to the rooftop of the bank. You can take one of the zip lines or the one out front of the bank you can buy and just rappel straight up. Go into that back corner and craft it there and pick it up. Now once you've done that, you're going to want to head back to the church, back to that device, and you can interact with it and you'll be able to pick up a container. Now when you're holding this, it's going to slow down your movement to a walking speed, so just be prepared for that, and go ahead and take this device all the way down to the gas station area and place it down at one of the locations that a trap activates. So for example, I placed mine over down here. With all that completed, head over to the corner just down the street and you'll be able to interact underneath one of the purple clouds and start a defense to protect the device for 60 seconds. And it's going to spawn in zombies and you really got to be on your toes and have some decent weapons because the zombies are going to start coming in pretty quick. Once it's completed, a special named boss zombie is going to spawn in. It could be either an abomination or a mangler. And what you're going to want to do is weaken them down to very low health. Usually, if you weaken it down enough, there'll be a quote saying that it's weak enough, basically. Then what you're going to want to do is take it over to where you place the container on one of the trap locations and activate the trap and get the boss stuck on the trap next to the container and finish the boss off there so that its essence can be collected into the container. Once you've successfully done that, pick up that container and carry it all the way back to the church and place it back into the device. Warning, when you're carrying it back, it's going to have a 1 minute 30-second timer before it fails. If you failed this step, you're going to have to switch the round and start over with spawning the boss in. After you return the container to the device of the church, a drawer is going to open up on it and give you a little radar. So you can take this little radar to 3 different locations around the map. The first one is near PhD on this little overlook near the bowling alley. Simply hold interact on the device, it'll turn on, and hold out your radar when you're standing next to it. And if the overall color of the radar is green, you're going to want to interact with that device until the color of it changes to red. If the color of the radar is yellow, simply change the device to be yellow. And lastly, if your radar is red, you want to change the device until it's green. So basically, yellow is yellow and red and green are inverted from your radar. So I would set this device to green. So that was the first one, and then the second one is just around the corner over by the tool shed area, and it's going to be on this patch of grass right here. So just tune that one as you need. And then the third and final one, you're going to have to head up top of the bank once again and purchase this little door that'll bust open and allow you to drop down. And this will be your third and final one to tune. Once you have all 3 tuned properly, a purple light will come out of them and connect over towards spawn. You will then be able to go over to this device that damages you near spawn and collect a new canister that has now come out of it. So with this canister, go and place it at another trap, just as we did before, in preparation for the next boss. Then you can head back to where you activated the first storm cloud and pick up the device you left there and take that to the graveyard, where you can now activate the other storm cloud and repeat that similar step. So you're going to have to defend the pole for 60 seconds, and then another boss is going to spawn in that you're going to have to weaken and take him down to the trap and kill him on the trap next to the canister, once the trap is activated, of course. Once you've successfully done that, you're going to have to once again pick up that canister and have a 1 minute 30-second timer to take it all the way back to the church and place it in the device. Now at this point, it's going to be the final quote-unquote boss fight, which is actually really challenging, at least in co-op from my attempt. So you're going to want to make sure you get plenty set up. The zombies are going to be sprinting in there, and there's going to be manglers, abominations, a whole bunch of stuff, so be sure to prepare yourself. Gobblegums are recommended. Make sure you get some perks, some armor, upgrade your weapons, bring in wonder weapons if you can, and if you want a recommended help, I do recommend keeping the mutant injection on you for this sort of boss fight, and then go ahead and start it up. And what this is going to do is activate a 3-wave sort of holdout, but you're going to be locked in the church, so you have access to Pack-a-Punch. You can still earn points from killing the zombies, and you have access to buying ammo in there. At the end of every wave, there's going to be a little drop for you to help you out. After you survive in the boss fight for the first initial waves of zombies and manglers, the sort of second phase is going to be a special named mangler who's a lot stronger, so just try your best there. And then the final wave, there's also going to be a special named abomination who has a lot of health. So I highly recommend, when you see that abomination spawn in, is to use your mutant injection kill streak and just keep meleeing that abomination until he's dead, as that can be pretty effective. But once you've successfully completed all 3 waves, you and your team will be downed and the cutscene will play. But yeah guys, that's how you complete the main Easter egg on Liberty Falls. Hope you guys enjoyed and found this useful. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more guides, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.